Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today's video is one that I have been working on for a while, and it has to do with what just might be the Walt Disney World project that fans have the most questions about, and that is Magic Kingdom's Villains Land. First announced at Disney's 2024 D23, Villains Land is going to be a whole new Magic Kingdom land dedicated to the Disney villains with a confirmed 2 attractions, along with themed dining and shopping. But it is important to note that this land will be replacing a significant portion of the Rivers of America. We all put a lot of blame on Piston Peak, the Magic Kingdom's new Cars-inspired area, for changing Frontierland and replacing Tom Sawyer Island, the riverboat, and the river itself. I know I am guilty of that. But in all fairness, Villains Land is replacing the most distant half of the river, while Cars is only replacing the half closest to Frontierland and Liberty Square. And that point has a lot to do with my topic today, because with the Rivers of America and its attractions permanently closing on July 6th, and likely by the time you're watching this, I want to show you where Villains Land and its entrance is expected to be, where the path will be located to get guests there and back, and how the river and areas of the Magic Kingdom, some of which I have recorded for posterity, offer us a bit of a preview of what it will be like to go to Villains Land and walk up and down this corner of the Magic Kingdom. So you are watching Probably at Disney, and today we're going to Villains Land. I'm going to kick things off discussing where the entrance to this land will be. But to do so, we have to talk about the Haunted Mansion and Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. The Rivers of America have long given the impression that certain areas of Magic Kingdom are farther away than they actually are, and this is because accessing either the Haunted Mansion or Big Thunder would require guests to walk the length of both Liberty Square and Frontierland. But if it wasn't for the river, the 2 rides would actually be neighbors. And from both pieces of Frontierland concept art, we now know that's actually going to be reality. When Disney fills in the river, it's going to create a path that runs between these 2 attractions that not only allows them to be essentially next door to each other, but will also create the main artery to Villains Land. And knowing that, and since both pieces of concept art show the path curving in the same direction, we can safely surmise, for now at least, that the entrance to Villains Land will be here, and right behind the extended queue for the Haunted Mansion. Furthermore, what's really cool about this path is that it follows the current route of the river, so where there's water now, that will soon be pavement and then crowds. And to imagine what traveling down this path will feel like, past and present areas of the Magic Kingdom have offered us 3 key vantage points. The first, the bridge that connects the 2 halves of Tom Sawyer Island. This bridge actually runs parallel to the river and what will soon be that path to Villains Land. And in addition to that, it shows us how the path will be visually bookended by Big Thunder on one side and Haunted Mansion on the other, and how Frontierland and Liberty Square will be connected in a brand new and completely unprecedented way. The second is the Liberty Bell Riverboat, and this is because it travels where we will all one day walk, and it sails right past where the entrance and the land itself will be. I also think it's important to note that the riverboat shows the defunct Mike Fink keelboat dock, another expected casualty of this redo. And it also highlights the dramatic difference in elevation between the river and the rest of Liberty Square. I have a lot of questions about this because of just how high up the Haunted Mansion and Liberty Square are compared to the river's waterline. While I'm sure plans for this are all tied into the mountain that Disney is making for Cars and Piston Peak, I'm still curious if Disney is going to fill in the river and then some to make it all level, or are they going to keep Liberty Square up higher as it is right now, meaning guests will need to travel down to the path from Liberty Square in order to go to Villains Land. I would think they were going to make it all level, but what makes me question still is the Liberty Bell Riverboat dock, because it has various levels. Was this a clue all along that the terrain levels won't be changing and the path to Villains Land will be lower than, say, Liberty Square and Haunted Mansion? We're just gonna have to see, but I do think it's safe to say that this part of Liberty Square will need to be opened up to access that path, whether it's level or not. So I'm expecting some significant construction here, which is going to change Liberty Square and its crowd flow dramatically, and in a way that I don't think we're talking about enough. Furthermore, the riverboat offered great views of the property that will become Villains Land, even though we don't have much of a frame of reference for where things are going to be just yet. And it also helped to comprehend just how much land guests will finally have access to where they didn't before. The third way to experience what it's going to be like to go to Villains Land, and which will soon be one of the only ways, is through the Haunted Mansion queue. If you look at how the current queue is set up, it's heading in the exact direction of that path to Villains Land, even though the two are expected to be separated by trees and foliage for sound and theming. And again, it's expected that the entrance to Villains Land will just be beyond the cemetery area of Haunted Mansion. So guests walking through the queue of Haunted Mansion between now and Villains Land opening will have the best idea of what it'll be like to head toward that land, and they'll also be closest to it. I do want to mention, though, that there has been talk that Disney could create a second entrance/exit to Villains Land near the Tangled bathrooms and on the other side of the mansion. Personally, I don't know if that's logistically possible, even though I do think a second entrance or exit is likely appealing to Disney. But it's still an interesting theory, and we'll see what happens. But one more area to keep an eye on, and that I'm calling a bonus, is the path in front of Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, since it's eventually going to connect to that Villains Land pathway. I'm a little hesitant to include it since there is more construction to be done in this area, and recent concept art suggests some new ideas and theming have been added. But at the moment at least, if you're standing in front of Big Thunder facing that attraction, know that one day you'll eventually be able to walk to the right and on your way to the Magic Kingdom's new land or onto Liberty Square. Now, let's talk about what we've been hearing and also speculating about Villains Land. And I have some intriguing rumors that I would like to hear your thoughts on. As far as we know, Disney is still planning on that Maleficent coaster as the land's keystone attraction. I think it's a very ambitious concept. Disney World has never created an exposed outdoor coaster on this scale before, so I'm a little nervous that it'll be scaled back when we get less stylized concept art. But one idea I've been thinking about, since they're draining the rivers of America, and given what Disney showed in this original art, are they suggesting that part of the coaster could actually be built into the empty riverbed? It's crazy, I know, but if not, why would they hint at it? And why would this be one of the most clear things we have in the artwork? So let me know in the comments what you think. Also, ahead of Villains Unfairly Ever After opening at Hollywood Studios, I theorized that Villains Land would be connected to the show. And now that I have seen the production, which is fine, by the way, I think I like the stage more than anything else. But anyway, the point is, I still think there is a connection between it and Villains Land. Disney has said in recent weeks that Villains Land will be a destination guests have never seen or been to before. And I think the Magic Mirrors realm, which is where the villains are trying to break out of in Villains Unfairly Ever After, could be Villains Land and potentially even the land's official name. There has to be a reason for why the Magic Mirror has been front and center both for this Hollywood studio show and the announcement for Villains Land. And I think creating a place where the villains don't want to be would help Disney manage the land's tone and context. With Magic Kingdom being a family park, there needs to be some consequences for the Disney antagonist, as opposed to just a celebration of evil and troublemaking. So I think this could be a great solution. I think it would be a great idea to accomplish everything. Side note, Disney CEO Bob Iger and Disney Parks Chairman Josh D'Amaro were both recently spotted at Epic Universe and also Dark Universe. So I am sure there are conversations right now probably about how to make a similar concept work within the Magic Kingdom and for Disney World's clientele. Now, while Piston Peak is likely to open ahead of Villains Land at the Magic Kingdom, I do think it's possible that Disney is looking to release more information and new concept art for this land at D23 in August. So please stay tuned for that, because you know I'll be breaking it down as soon as we get it. But there you have it. That is your sneak peek at where Villains Land is going, how to find its future entrance, and the preview that past and present Magic Kingdom locations provide. My question for you now, though, is whether Villains Land is your most anticipated Walt Disney World project, and if not, what is? And what do you think about the Magic Mirror's realm being Villains Land? Do you agree with my theory? And do you have a theory of your own to share? Please let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed today's video and you want more deep dives like this on Disney Park news, projects, and also additional analysis, please give it a like and subscribe for more. But regardless, thank you for watching, and I hope you have a magical day.